was always exploring and wanting adventures, and I like maps. And I saw on a map one day a cave, and it said Merlin's Cave, and I thought, oh, let's go and explore that. And so I got this backpack with some packed lunch and totally inappropriately dressed for caving, but there we went and explored this cave, and that sort of started the joy or the fun of exploring the earth rather than just above it, underground as well. Caving for me was all about the challenges of getting down into the system, getting to the ends of it, exploring it and seeing what was down there. It was not knowing what was down there that I wanted to explore. We was doing a cave one day, and basically you take your rope down with you, and once you've gone down the first pitch, you can't go out. You've got to get to the bottom of the system and get out that way. It was a lovely day. The weather reports it wasn't going to rain. We'd been down the first pitch and we heard what was called a flood pulse, and we also felt a rush of air, so we knew that the cave was flooding. By the time we got to the next pitch, the whole pitch was just pure water. As soon as I went under the water, I felt the water push the rope through my hands, and I was just flying through air at that point. I remember before going down the actual pitch that I knew this was going to be dangerous, and so I started to say the 23rd Psalm out loud. Whilst flying through the air, I landed on what must have been a ledge of some sort. And I don't know why to this day, I can't explain it, because it's to the side, it's quite a way to the side of the waterfall when it comes down. But from there I was able to guide the rope so that my team could get to safety. Unfortunately, a team followed us down. We didn't know they followed us down, but one of their members died. I think I learnt about the 23rd Psalm at school. We had a sister, a nun that used to teach us, and she was very strict and basically told us we had to learn this psalm. The words were sort of wholesome. They said I would be safe. They said somebody would be with me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. That always sort of gave me comfort, and sometimes I would shout that. He was there as a protector, and that gave me hope. It's like the psalm stops being words and it becomes food. It feeds you. Psalm 23 is still that psalm where I go to. Sometimes I don't need to read it. Sometimes I'll read it and pause at the end of each line. These are promises that God has made. And even though life at times is hard, we struggle for money, God has always provided. Sometimes I can't see the road. Sometimes you're going through the valley of the shadow of darkness, but God is there. He leads you out of it, and He shows you that there's a way forward that He wants you to go.